Hi guys, so the bodywork's going to be put on. I'll look at the camera, not myself. Hello, so the bodywork I'm putting on hold for a little bit whilst I'm waiting on some parts to come in so I can finish the work on that tailgate. So I thought in the meantime, what I'll do is I'm going to crack on with doing some of the electric bits. Now I can't do everything, because there's going to be things like, I don't know where the cabinets are going and things like that. So, but I'm going to try and do like the first fix. So I've got the diesel heater. Everyone's seen a million of these things being fitted, so I'll probably just skim over fitting this, like where I've put it and whatnot, because there are so many videos on fitting these things. One thing I will point out is what I've not seen anyone else have. Where is it? Is I don't appear to have one either now. There is this. So it's a different style of remote control from what I've seen on most other people. So a lot of other people have just got those like silver ones where you just got on, off, up and down. And this one has actually got an LCD screen on it. And from reading the instructions when I bought it, eBay, it has quite a decent range on it. So like a kilometre, I don't know if that's going to be true or not. And it's also meant to be two-way. So as you're approaching the van, you can turn it on from quite a distance and it will give feedback on the screen showing what it's doing, you know, if it's actually switched on or not. Because with the other remote controls, you could think, press it and you've turned it on and it might be slightly out of range or something, and you get in the van and it's not been turned on. Whereas I think that this one gives feedback and actually tells you what's happening. So I liked that about it. It's got the usual screen, pump, genuine carbon vinyl stickering, and the usual bits and pieces, the exhaust and the vent hoses and stuff. You've seen it a million times before. I'm gonna go for fitting it to the diesel tank, not for that. I'm not gonna go fitting this for the sake of saving that space. So I'm gonna go for the diesel tank. So I'm gonna go and do that first. Have a look at taking out the sender unit and getting that bit fitted. So that's first fix. If I get that done and I can get the pipe on, get that underneath the van. I don't really need to know where I'm putting the unit, really, do I? Because it's got a long hose on it. Then I've got a central locking system. So at the minute, all the locks are completely key operated manual. And I've got from Travelling Light, I'll put the logo up, quite a comprehensive central locking kit. So it's got all of the solenoids in there, and you can see the plates that are on there because it is purposely for a T4 tailgate. You can buy these you can buy a barn door version, you can get a tailgate version, and the difference being is the bits and pieces you'll get. So we've got the brains of the unit, a couple of remote controls, which have got like a manual on off switch, you can't accidentally press the buttons. It's gonna have I think it's probably the sliding door, well I don't know which one it is yet really, but we've got 4 devices, so we've got 4 solenoids. So we're gonna have the passenger and driver side, we're gonna have the sliding door, and also we're gonna have a boot popper for the tailgate, so I can remotely open the tailgate, which will pop open with those. So those all go and pop the boot tailgate open when it releases. It's got some relays, so I think that might be for potentially a mobilizer. I don't know, we'll have to suss it out. It's got all the usual bits and pieces. Oh, it has also got that for the so for the sliding door, the pair of pins. So I'm gonna have to drill the holes in the bodywork. So this is all stuff which I may as well get done now and get these things fitted, so that when I spray the bodywork, all of the holes are already cut in. So I'm not like spraying the van, cutting the holes, and then having to mess about then painting the holes and things to rust prevent them. So we've got that to do. So there's that kit to go in. So you can come along with me getting that fitted. Then I've got the split charge relay. Again, you've probably seen a million of these things fitted before as well, so we're not going into too great a detail, but I'll just show you like my cable route and things like that. Okay, if you don't know what it is, this one's the voltage sensitive relay. So this will isolate the main battery from the leisure battery when the vehicle is parked up at the campsite and using your appliances in the back. So I'll turn my lights on, and this little puppy will stop me from draining my main vehicle battery. So in the morning, I know I'm gonna be able to start my engine. I've gone for the longest one I could, I think. Really nice, long, thick, heavy duty cable. So this is what I'm gonna get put in today. So I'll use the conduit in the bonnet area and underneath the van. I'm gonna go for trying to get as many as my cables as can under the van and then come up where they need to be, rather than going through the van on top of the floor, because in a T4 the cables from the bonnet area to the back are actually under the floor anyway in conduit. So I'm going to replicate that and keep the floor space all free from clutter and stuff. I just think that's the better way of doing it. So split charge relay, alarm, Chinese heater. Let's go and get started. Hey! Right. I am learning as I go with this. So I know it's in here. So we're gonna go taking these 3 screws out. I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm doing here, going do this, because I don't really know what to expect. I've seen obviously a couple of other videos about 6 months ago, but I can't remember what the outcome was.
Alright, so that was one.
Nope. Okay. Gross. I'm gonna get the Hoover all that out first. Okay, so we've got an electrical connection, 2 pipes. So we can, you can see there now, that's our return. One going out, one coming in. And I need to put my pipe, my pickup pipe. Oh, where's that gonna go? There's nowhere for that to fit. The size of the thing. How on earth is that? That's not going to fit anywhere. Fuck. And just like that, it's all back together again. I'm going to come back to that when I've had to think about what I'm going to do with it. If anyone knows the answer, if anyone else has got a T4, and they have done this where they've put the diesel heater to the main fuel tank, could you let us know, please, in the comments, how you went about that element of the job, getting the fuel out that tank, where you put the pickup pipe, and if you made any modifications, just let us know. All right, I'm going to move on to something else. Split charge relay. This has got to be simpler. Something I can get done in the next hour or two, or at least make a start on. So the kit came from Simply Split Charge, and it was £84. So for that, you get the split charge relay itself. There it is. So it's going to cut in at 13.3 volts, then cut out at 12.65. And then inside, we've got, that's going to have to go to the body of the van for the earth. And then we've literally just got our starter battery. So the main vehicle battery is going to go on this one, and our leisure battery is going to go on that one. And then in the kit, we've got, you can buy various different lengths of cable, different kits, different lengths of cable. I just went for the longer one, just so I wasn't restricted with where I could put my battery. You just get sort of like about 1 meter of earth, some coax, anyway, cable ties, some heat shrink, some sticky pad screws, some fixings to mount your cables to the bodywork. This is pipe with some fuses, got some battery terminal connectors, a bag of terminal ends, cable ends, various different sizes, some fuse holders for those fuses. That's it. So, diagram. Main vehicle battery, earth, so that's already done. Then I'm going to have to make up a length of cable, and on there it says 8mm, and that refers to what size are these, and it's got it stamped on. So on each one of these there is the size of it stamped on it. So we get that 8mm one for our main battery. Then that's going to go to a 6mm to our fuse, so we need to make sure we use a 6mm so that'll fit around that bolt. Another 6mm obviously for the other side. Fuse box 1 to relay lead, so that goes to our split charge relay. Again, put a 6 on there, so that's going to go on to our starter battery, so that'll go from that one. So that one is that one. Our earth strap is there. Then another 6mm on another piece of red, which is then going to go to our second fuse box. Little fuse box there. Then 6mm again, and then another length of cable to go to my leisure battery, which I'm yet to get, and then another piece of earth cable. So my earth, in fact, so actually that length of earth is just that, because all of that is live. Okay, not too bad, pretty simple. Alright, let's crack on with that. So the first thing I need to get fitted is the fuse box 1, which is going to be connected to the main vehicle battery. Now these fuses need to be positioned as close as possible to the battery. So this needs to be a short leg. So what I wouldn't do is run that cable from the vehicle battery inside and bring it over here and then stick that fuse on it. Because if something gets damaged down here, then that long wire is not protected by the fuse. So that needs to be behind there. So let's get behind there and look at where I can get this mounted under the bonnet. Now there's a couple of places this could go. One place I did look at maybe would be here, alongside the fuses for the fans. I could pop rivet a couple of brackets on there, put that there, that would look okay. But I think what I might just go for is just go in there. I don't know. Looks a bit messy, doesn't it? I mean, out there, it's well out the way, innit? You'd never even see it. It's tidy. That just looks a bit clunky. All that clean bulkhead niceness that I've got going on, strapping that on it. Cable would come in underneath, go through, loop over, and then it's going to go down and then under the van. That's the cable for going through the bulkhead there. So you could go through that, but I want my cables out the way. I don't want to go through the van. I think I might go for that one. I decided to go like that. So I've gone symmetrically over the top of that, because it meant behind here I could put my hand up behind the bulkhead. So I was managed to get my hand up behind there and check there is absolutely nothing behind here, which there isn't. It's completely free of space. So I knew that the screws wouldn't go into anything. So dead center of there. I'm going to take a live off that. It's going to go behind the battery following this original Copex, and it'll go in this side here. Then I'll take out that side and it'll go down there and then go underneath the van. Okay, so it says to use an 8mm for the battery terminal, but it actually goes on to one of the accessory clamp type things, which actually is a 6, and you do get a few spares in the kit. So I've cut off a little length of cable. I've just measured it out to go from the battery terminal and nicely loop round and go up to where the fuse is. And now we're just going to put a 6mm end on one, 6mm end on the other. So we're going to go from the battery to the fuse. It is disconnected, as you saw anyway. It's not on the battery terminal. So obviously you need to be really careful if it was connected up. This is then just going to become live, and if you just to touch anything, it's going to work and cause some damage. Right, let's get that on there. And then in the kit you also get some heat shrink. So I'll have to go and find what I've got. So that's what it's looking like now. And then we'll get that over there. And then let's get that heated up. I didn't see you watching. Hairdryer. I didn't know you were still there, actually. So yeah, hairdryer and the security lamp. It's not quite done it. We're going to turn you guys off for a minute. I'm going to use a heat gun, aren't you? A lot faster than pissing around like this. Fuck it, put the flame on it. Put the flame on it for a second, it did it. What's it like? That's it. Sorted! Right, let's do the other one. Did that one in like a 10th of the time. Okay, right, let's go and get that between the battery and the fuse box. with a little bit of this stuff called coax. Not coax, that's TV aerial. Conduit. We'll call it flexible conduit. So what we'll do is this stuff is the type where if you forget to put your wire in first and you've got big dopping ends on, it's the split type. So it means that I can actually still... Oh, that's a bit of a... That is sharp. But doable. This is going to make this look nice. Right, let's get this on. Neat. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of black tape around there too, just for good measure. Right, let's go and put that between the battery and the fuse box. Right, it's getting dark and the wind's picked up, which has blown the phone over on the tripod outside, so I'm struggling to record much now. But I'll give you an insight in where I'm up to, what I'm going to do in the next 10 minutes before I go in for the day. So that little length is in, so it's connected up to this terminal here, and it goes down and around the back of the battery where some original conduit does there. So it comes out here and it's going into my little fuse box. All I'm going to do now is see if I can get some conduit down there following that one, the original one, following it over the top of the petrol tank, diesel tank, and get it clipped to the existing conduit and get it I'll just get it coming out underneath the van here for now. And I'll sort of like wrap it up underneath and decide on where I'm going to bring it up through the van, depending on wherever the leisure battery goes, inside of the kitchen cupboard or under the seat. All right, it's late. I've had to come in. I've called it a day. I've spent probably about 3 hours. Lots of swearing happened underneath the T4, trying to get the flexible conduit down under the engine bay, over the fuel tank and underneath the van, and get the cable in and things. It was an absolute nightmare. So I've packed it in and I've come in, and we'll continue with that tomorrow. Quick question for you though. Who's fitted a Chinese diesel heater? Did you bother with the fuel filter? Because it is not explained, it's not even mentioned in the instruction manual. Who didn't bother fitting it? Who did fit it? Who didn't fit it and not have a problem? If so, where would you put it? What not? Carry on. Comments below, please, please, please.